right, so at this point, everybody should have gone to the Edmodo screen. I'm gonna go ahead and go there myself. Let me hit escape here. Stop it. It sounds like escape. Anybody? Nemo? Finding Nemo? Okay, anyway, you have to hit the escape button to get here. So I had a moment. Sorry. Okay, so I'm on the Edmodo slide. I get a little carried away. I'm on the Edmodo page, and we're in the Mod 1 group. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down past the actual assignment. That's the assignment today. To the reading. So you're going to open up the reading, please, now, and thank you. Go ahead and click it. When you click it, I think you have to choose, like we do with our books, which app you want to open your reading in. You can choose one of two. You can do Adobe, which is the PDF file, or you can do our Kindle app. It doesn't matter to me. So remember, you have to hit in the top corner. If it pops up for you magically, then just read it that way. But if it doesn't, then you might need to open it in a different app, in which case you choose Kindle or PDF. Raise your hand if you are having issues with this. I'm going to have you go upstairs.
Please pardon this interruption. A school bus has just arrived, so please admit those students.
Okay. All right, y'all. No one's having issues, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay, we'll give it a second. It might take a second, and you might need to redo it, but I'll come work through it in a second. All right, good. All right, so now I'm going to go back to our PowerPoint slide because I'm going to need some help reading about this. Now, how many of us have heard of our Commander-in-Chief? What is our Commander-in-Chief's name? Anybody? Yes. That's correct, yes. Except today, we are going to be, he's the Commander-in-Chief. We're going to be reading a speech by not President Obama, but Senator Obama. That's exactly it. In fact, this speech took place 4 years before he became the president, or ran for president, and the president of the United States. And I want you guys just to get a little bit of background about what happened during this time period. So I'm going to need 3 volunteers to help me with the reading of my little history, so you know what's going on. Number 1, number 2. Number 3. Go ahead.
The candidate for the United States Senate, Barack Obama, will be working in the investigation of 2004.
The Illinois U.S. Senate Democratic primary had made him an overnight rising star within the National Democratic Party.
This started everything about the presidential future and the issue of his.
You know that word? Good. Okay, so what you're going to be doing as you are reading this is you're going to be taking notes in your reader's notebook. What I'd like for you to do really quickly, we remember how to draw Cornell note style. Just like, I would recommend just to draw like a little line by your margin down the page here and then across, just like that. Okay, and then at the top, we're going to do this quick so we can start. At the top, you're going to put 2004 DNC Speech. 2004 DNC Speech. Some of us might need to type our notes because you're struggling with bringing writing to the class. I don't know about that, but we got to hurry up. Come on. Yes. No, I'm going to get this. Don't worry. No, DNC Speech. You know this beautiful handwriting. You can see that. Okay. All right. So what you're going to be taking notes on, I want you to write this off to the side. Now, each line is not always going to be this, but you're going to write it like this just so you have a reminder of what you're looking for as you read consistently. You're looking for the central idea. I'm not going to rewrite it because I can't write that small with this marker. I'm going to draw arrows though. So the central idea, author's purpose, I do, in the margin, please. Evidence. And what's the last thing that we need to include? And the theory.
Theory of
Justice society.
It's on your paper.
That's not something.
Amaya.
The theory of social justice.
Yes, the theory of social justice. That's the last thing that we're looking for. Theory of social justice. Good morning, come in and see. Theory of social justice. Greetings. Hello. Okay. All right. You may or may not be able to see this beautiful traditional handwriting, but theory of social justice is what it says. Okay.
That's what
Yes, so you actually have that on your notes, you can look that up for us. Yeah, I'll come see you once we start this. Okay, once you get that ready, once your notes are done, or once you set them up, put your writing utensil down, so I can know, well, rewind me, Shepard. Put your writing utensil down, have your iPad in front of you with your speech ready to read. That's what I need you to do. Yes.
So like fourth
Indeed.
Are we reading through?
Part of it, yes. But to start, no. We do it together? All right. I see that one individual, two individuals looks ready. Giancarlo, how you doing? You ready? Okay. 3 individuals, 4. Are you ready? You want to have your text on top of your notes. Tasha looks ready. I think Christina might be ready, but she's got a lot going on. So we need that. With the iPad on top on your desk. One done for you. Jordan is ready. Okay. The majority of us are ready. Those of us that are coming in are just looking on the notes of other people so we can get ourselves together. All right. So your text is going to be in front of you. And I'm also going to have, so instead of having us read aloud to one another, or even just me read, you know I have a beautiful voice. You know my voice is struggling. So we're going to hear from Senator Obama himself as he reads this. He's going to actually speak these words. Now it's going to start off like with a song in the background and some other stuff happening because it's like a big show. But as soon as you hear him start to speak, you want to begin reading that first line. Somebody read the first line for me, please. Kwanzaa, what's the first line say?
Thank you so much.
Okay, when he starts saying that, then you know he's going to start saying speech. You want to be looking at your text. You ready? Let's do it.
So much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dick Durbin. You make us all proud.
Hey, Richard. It's a nickname. Let's keep going. Go back on your text. Let's go. It's a nickname. All right.
On behalf of the great state of Illinois, crossroads of a nation, land of Lincoln, let me express my deepest gratitude for the privilege of addressing this convention. Tonight is a particular honor for me because, let's face it, my presence on this stage is pretty unlikely. My father was a foreign student, born and raised in a small village in Kenya. He grew up herding goats, went to school in a tin roof shed. His father, my grandfather, was a cook, a domestic servant to the British. But my grandfather had larger dreams for his son. Through hard work and perseverance, my father got a scholarship to study in a magical place, America, that shone as a beacon of freedom and opportunity to so many who had come before.
All right, guys. So in this first, we're going to keep going. Let's pause and think about what we're doing. So this is how you want to be reading. As you're reading every so often and taking notes, you want to take a moment to process what you're actually looking for in the text. One of the things that we're supposed to be taking notes on, written here, is the theory of social justice. So if we're looking at the theory of social justice here, I've already heard something that I can include in my reading, or my notes rather, on the theory of social justice. What is something that we can say, or what is an annotation that we can include here that shows that Senator Obama in some way is focused on the theory of social justice in his speech? What's something that might show us this? Alonzo, what do you think?
He says that his father, that it's unlikely for him to be there because of his
Okay, so I'll say, what do you say? Senator Obama, which I'm struggling with spelling right now. There we go, Senator, okay, Obama feels it is unlikely for him to be where? On the stage, because the theory of social justice of his heritage. What else does he mention? Somebody else. Okay. What else about? What about his father? What about? Oh, let me finish my question. What about his father and what he's telling us?
Studying here.
What about his father and what he's telling us about his father has anything to do with equality of opportunity, equality and dignity for all people? What about what he's saying has anything to do with that? Yes.
His father was like poor and he was in the poor area and getting the benefits to do that.
Okay, let's focus on that last part. Let's focus on the last part. So we can say Senator Obama's father got a scholarship to a place where he could get a better education. We said to a place. You can say to America, and like it's absolutely fine. All right, once you're done with that, so as you're looking at your notes, this is the way that we're going to be thinking about our writing. So you notice, somebody said this earlier, you notice that when we're looking at this theory of social justice, somehow it also ties into the central idea of what we've read so far. The most important thing that Senator Obama has told us is actually what we've already written down. So this could also count as our central idea to begin with. But the point is that we're finding vital information, making meaning of it, and writing it down in our text. And we're going to keep reading. I need you to find where we left off. Somebody raise their hand and read it to me so that we know. Maya.
While studying here.
Okay, that's where we are. You ready? Do you want me to finish up or do you second? Let's do it. While studying here.
My father met my mother. She was born in a town on the other side of the world, in Kansas. Her father worked on oil rigs and farms through most of the Depression. The day after Pearl Harbor, my grandfather signed up for duty, joined Patton's army, marched across Europe. Back home, my grandmother raised a baby and went to work on a bomber assembly line. After the war, they studied on the GI Bill.